popular matchup that we've seen, throughout Ultimate's meta. So it's going to be fun to see, how these two square off against each other.
Yeah.
Both of these also super young players.
Yeah, this is very much like the new generation of Tri-State. And it's like it's always really tantalizing to see the improvements and how quickly they improve from just like even a year-to-year basis.
Yeah, I remember I think the first time I discovered Mercury was when I was seeding Mega Smash Mondays, and I think he was like a 40% win rate Joker on Smash Data who I had no idea who he was. I seeded him like super low, like to go 0-2 or something, and he like got top 8, and I was like, hang on, I have to pay attention to this dude.
Yeah, I remember when it was considered an upset when Mercury beat Delhi and joined Team FD. And now it's he's 7 echelons above that now. Although right now he's in the echelon of being caught in the Rob spin cycle.
Yeah, he did just kind of get zombed there.
Yeah, it's Rob's one of those characters where like there's a handful of characters in his game where the lead can get stolen out from underneath the rug from you, and then that lead can be extended very quickly. As you see right here, Zomba got the lead and then immediately threw an 81% on Mercury. Able to avoid the up smash right there, and Zomba continuing to press as he survives Arsene.
He's just kind of pressing buttons on top of Mercury right now, like throwing out the gyros, throwing out the nairs, throwing out the up airs, and at least for now, the option coverage is serving Zomba super, super well. It doesn't seem Mercury has an answer to all these buttons being thrown in his face, and he's going to eat a gyro to that same face into the blast zone for stock 2, but the nice fair one into down smash is at least going to set him up with a back air to take the stock.
Yep.
And that KO feels good, but yeah, that KO feels good, but that was a whole Arsene bar that just went down the drain.
It gets it right back, though.
No, but yeah, this is gonna have to really pay off here.
Yeah. I love the awareness from Zomba there. He sees that Mercury is going to be throwing out Tetrakarn and just immediately cancels the charge on gyro. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that was just great. Spatial awareness of where Rob was. Rob being a big body is definitely the worst aspect about him. And if you're Mercury, you couldn't have asked for a better usage of Arsene meter right there. Able to get the kill and still keeping it relatively close.
And this is why I love seeing people like Zomba and Merc play, because they're not old enough to know fear yet. But they can literally just fly off stage like that and go deep for those back airs like Merc just did, and like we know Zomba for doing.
There's no such thing as like neutral when you're under 18. It's just advantage,
right?
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
They just push buttons in each other's faces.
Yeah, you haven't learned to experience fear yet.
They have uninjured ligaments and nothing but time. And Zomba has all that and a 1-game lead here in winter semis.
Yeah, man, I can't believe he has working hands. This is so unfair.
Listen, man, I just felt wrist pain for the first time in my life. Like,
oh no,
maybe like an hour ago. It's like, oh no, this is the end. We're done here.
The beginning of the end. This means that pretty soon your 401k is going to be ready.
Hey,
everybody in chat. It's time for a stretch break. You can keep watching, but take care of yourselves, please.
Running it right back, same character, same stage. Maybe different outcome if Mercury has the ability to do anything. He was looking a lot better the second and third stock after Zomba took 2 to start off the game. But Zomba's still looking very strong here on this first one.
And already a 20-second Arsene, it's like it kind of goes there's kind of 2 ways about it, because like you get it, you get that advantage, you get the advantage of that buff earlier in the match, but you probably took a lot of damage to make it happen.
Coming back down to stage, though, Zomba trying to land with these nairs, and very nice parry F tilt from Mercury going to give him stage control, but Zomba comes right back at him with the fair. I think that's been the biggest downfall of Mercury so far in this set, is that he's trying to take control of center stage, and then Rob just says no.
All right. Nonetheless, though, despite the early deficit, Zomba's been able to close the gap, but the drag down up air to the up smash, the good stuff that you get to enjoy that offline. But the up air catch from Rob, good job from Zomba, evening things up almost immediately.
Yeah, literally nobody's ever hit a drag down on Wi-Fi. It's impossible. Like no one's ever.
Name one.
Joker players get about 3 weeks more of goodwill with that drag down BS, or before it starts getting old again. I'm just saying, your days are numbered, Joker players.
Speaking of Joker players with their days being numbered, Zomba takes back the lead, but Mercury, he's got Arsene out, he's got the big scary red man, and he's trying to chase Zomba with these hitboxes. Another good parry into the F-tilt. Going to bring us within 4% of each other. And Zomba, he's just going to circle camp the blast zone because he does not want to be anywhere near Arsene.
Oh, and then falls with the nair. What a perfect game plan against Arsene. That is like absolutely textbook. You can study that and like apply it in your own gameplay.
Yeah, and also you've seen how the pairing of the nair has been a huge factor right here for Mercury in his set so far. When he's been able to parry it, he's been able to get some pretty decent follow-ups out of it. And, that's such an important move in Rob's arsenal because of how big it is, and how much of a space it covers around him. So if he can continue to, get some good counterplay, from a smart defensive option, it could definitely benefit Mercury here in the long run.
Yeah, right. Like, R.O.B as a character is also going to hit a good up air, but R.O.B as a character has very lackluster out of shield, and the biggest way that R.O.B players can combat that is with short hop nair out of shield. And if you're up against someone who's just consistently parrying those short hop nairs or parrying those landing nairs, R.O.B loses one of his biggest tools in neutral, and it's very, very hard to get around for that R.O.B player. So as long as Mercury can keep that up, he's in a good position, but at least for now, Zomba's holding on to the advantage.
Ooh, but and that advantage seems to be widening right now. I like that Zomba, and we've seen a lot of different play against Arsene from Zomba here. We've seen like the stalling out at the top, and that's very effective. We've also seen some aggression from Zomba, which like aggression can really, really pay off if you have the right read, because you do that damage, you take that bar down even faster.
Yeah.
Speaking of reads,
no,
I
go
was
ahead.
just gonna say, every single time that that Mercury tries to pull out a Tetrakarn to catch Zomba kind of lacking throwing out moves, Zomba almost always is ready for it and just cancels it, waits out the Tetrakarn.
All right, as we're, despite all that, still keeping it very, very close, but the nair to the up air going to connect right there, and, I was going to say that we were
very,
right there.
very timely.
Oh, no. Whoa!
And waits it up. He makes it back. Oh my god. What is all of that, like if Merc didn't do all of that, he's dead. Like if he didn't execute on every single part of that offstage play, he's dead, and this is a 2-0 for Zomba. But now he has a second lease on life. He has a smidgen of Arsene bar left, not anymore.
Arsene's going to be gone, and I think that might have been Mercury's ticket, kind of into Winners Finals, gone with it. But he could still catch the train. It's going to be much harder, and he's going to do it with a roll behind down smash. Very, very well played for Mercury, and we have a game 3.
Yeah, no, definitely a game of inches right there. When you saw Mercury recovering, from that low, you definitely fear a little bit, for what could have ended up happening. But, despite all that, we are going to get to a game 3 here. Still sticking with the R.O.B. It's going to be a Joker once again for Mercury. Winner of this, once it enters the Yoda cage in Winners Finals. So we will see who will come out on top here in the battle between Staten Island and Philly.
Is that really a reward? Right? Like,
you know what?
You get through a grueling set. Okay, now go fight the Bowser Jr.
Real out of the frying pan into the fire situation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And the fire in this case, it's the Yoda cage.
It's out of the frying pan.
That's right,
into the Yoda
folks.
cage.
It's the Yoda cage.
At least for now, though, this is still staying super even. Arsene is going to come out. Mercury able to get that Rebels guard up just in time to be able to charge the bar. But Zomba stopped respecting Arsene at the end of last game, and he's not really respecting it here either, and he's going to catch an up smash, rather, for his troubles.
Yep, and once again, doing that strategy of just hanging out in the negative space where Joker can't reach him. But once again, trying to land back down with the nair, and Mercury there with an answer, albeit not a super strong one, but again, it's proving that he has his berries on point.
And you're seeing so much adaptation here from both players. Like right there, like Mercury parrying the falling nair after the stalling from Zomba, and then the same exact, like a very, very similar play that Mercury went for, like the jump behind down smash. Zomba's ready for that this time with a, I think it was like spot shot down smash of his own. Using that down smash again to take the first stock is Zomba in position here in game number 3.
Yeah, a really good tech chase, but I want to harp again. You were mentioning adaptation, but we need to talk about like what Mercury's doing to get around Zomba. That setup that Zomba went for right before he got the kill with the gyro snipe off stage. That's the thing that took 2 stocks at the beginning of game number 1. So to see Mercury be able to predict it and then air dodge out of the way, that means he's not just like going to get hit by the same thing over and over. He's thinking, he's taking notes, and he's countering Zomba's bread and butter kill setups.
Yep, but still having a hard time securing his first stock. And again, Zomba not going to give Arsene any sort of time and day. Does not keep up the shenanigans too, long in the blast zone. But the reflector coming through, gonna take that stock off right there for Mercury. So you'll take one of those maybe once every 3 or 4 sets.
Yeah. And you don't expect to get those kinds of kills, but that was definitely catching Zomba a little bit, like running through a routine play there. And I mean, you'll take that absolutely, because now the game is it's Zomba's still holding lead here, but and much bigger now, returning fire from game number 1.
Side B gonna come in, but did you see that? It disintegrated mere inches away from connecting with R.O.B. That's just godlike spacing. We'll give Zomba all the credit for it, and he's looking for the gyro toss. Doesn't find it, but does find 40% in the process.
Yeah, that was looking dangerously close to one of those R.O.B EX combos where you just get carried across the stage to oblivion. But nonetheless, Mercury able to live to see another day, and again, Zomba just gonna take to the skies. But nice catch with the up smash, and again, just barely surviving that. My goodness.
And now he hit him up there, but he didn't die, so he has 20 more seconds to stall out. And for Merc, that was the play to even it up. And now you have such a bigger hill to climb. You're going to have to watch out for every back air at the ledge. You're going to have to watch out for every offstage side B.
132, but the fact that the Arsene is coming out while Zomba's still on his second stock means that Mercury is going to have to waste a lot of time against an air camping Zomba to be able to take down that second stock. Now he's going to do it, but Mercury's wasted almost all of his Arsene bar in the process, so he's only going to be able to get around 21% before Arsene is gone, and he's at kill percent, which means it's unlikely that he'll get another chance at Arsene before Zomba manages to take this stock, but it's entirely possible.
Yeah, he's going to have to play it really close to the vest in order to do so, but I don't know if Zomba's going to give him that opportunity. As you see, R.O.B once again, lurking at the ledge.
I think up throw might have killed. I think if he'd done up throw instead of down throw.
I mean, but you're still thinking probably that you have the percents to play with, that if you find another grab, you're going to get it. Although, if you give a Joker an opening...
Is this supposed to be if you give a mouse a cookie reference?
Yeah, I was going with, I had nothing else.
If you give a Joker an opening, he'll rob you and steal a set.
Boy, look at that.
Arsene dangerously close to coming out again. This is getting scarier and scarier by the second.
Zomba just needs an up throw. Come on. There you go. That's what I like to see, Zomba. I called it out. I knew it was coming.
There you go. Yeah, the commentator's blessing.